Hey everybody, welcome back to the Phantom's Den. Today we're going to carry on with our Honest Game trailer reactions, and this time we're going to do God of War 2018. I remember when this game first came out, I was really excited. It was before I owned a PS4, so I hadn't had a chance to play it, but I played all the other games in the series and I love them. I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology. It's a fun hack and slash, it's really violent and gory, and has a great story as well too. And I finally got the chance to play this one about a year ago, and it did not disappoint. The narrative was fantastic, the graphics and combat were unbelievably amazing, and the Norse mythology was really cool. So let's go ahead and give this a watch and see what they have to say.
The following trailer is rated H for honest. From the developers of a series about getting so angry that you murder an entire mythology's worth of deities, comes the newest entry in the franchise, where you'll face your greatest challenge yet. Fatherhood. God of War 4. Dab on the full-body goth makeup of Kratos, the god who destroyed an entire pantheon with QuickTime events, and discover a brand new God of War as the series takes you from the familiar world of snapping spines and sex minigames in sunny Greece to tossing axes and being a dad in the frozen north in a series makeover that matured with its audience but never forgot what the game was really about. Solving your problems with violence. Get thrown into the never-ending battle that is parenthood as Atreus and his bad dad travel to the 9 realms of Norse mythology, along with a ragtag crew of magical comrades, to fulfill his mother's suspiciously inconvenient dying wish. On a journey so dangerous, it's surprising Fantasy Child Protective Services didn't show up to take the kid away. Then watch as Kratos does his best to teach his son how to survive, and not grow up to be an all-powerful asshole like his dad, all while struggling through an obvious case of PTSD and being such an absentee father that he clearly can't even remember his own son's name.
Boy, what did I tell you about offering help?
Don't.
Better save up that hack silver, because that kid is gonna need a lot of therapy. Explore the many treasure-filled caves of God of War's sort of open world as you take time off your epic quest to paddle around a lake. Solve puzzles that all conveniently require a magical returning ice axe. Desecrate every grave you find. Spend 20 minutes throwing an axe at a bird. And solve the problems of dwarves and sad ghost men, despite Kratos whining about how he doesn't want to the whole time. Sheesh, just let me do my side quest, Dad. Dive fist first into the furious battles of God of War 4, as Kratos receives a brand new combat system to go with his shiny new axe. That sets aside the furious mashing of the previous games for a more deliberate combat style, where you'll balance parries, axe throws, combos, and boy, to juggle your opponents, knock them into each other, and stun them. Then blow them up with your favorite flavor of special attack, in a battle system that will make you feel godlike, until you run into a guy with a purple health bar and get absolutely wrecked, because I guess being an immortal deity doesn't mean squat when you're underleveled. Uncover the real shift in the God of War formula, the RPG elements, as the series follows in the footsteps of every other video game and adds in a splash of Diablo, with character levels and stats, craftable armor and enchantments colored by rarity, materials you'll need to grind, and tons of upgradable moves to find in chests, in an action RPG experience that's as much about gear builds as it is about kicking ass. There's nothing that makes me feel like the physical embodiment of war like figuring out how much cooldown a new belt gives me. So strap your son to your back and get ready for an action adventure of monstrous proportions that did about as well with rebooting a popular franchise as you possibly can. And if you don't like the way they went with it, too bad, because they're definitely making like 9 more of these things. Starring God Bud, the boy who had no name. Danny DeVito is Mystique. Cindry all the hair off my body. Wish don't kill my vibe. A literal talking head. Very large snack. And Baldwin out of control. Dad a boy. You know, it's a good thing Kratos' enemies never figure out his true weakness. Small edges that aren't painted yellow. Comment below on what you want me to read in my epic
Great, that was great. Yeah, no, I thought this was a fantastic game. It was so much fun. It was such a departure from what the series had been cultivated into up until that point, because it had been known for being a hack and slash, a lot less methodical in terms of its exploration, its combat, and kind of how you structure. Because like, you still had to gain currency or orbs to be able to pump into whatever like weapons and accessories you wanted to use in previous titles. But this time around, you had to be deliberate and again methodical about the build that you were going for and your specific play style. 'Cause there are multiple ways you can play Kratos in this and utilize Atreus as well. The exploration was a lot of fun. My only drawback, like the map looked cool, but it wasn't really functional per se. Like you couldn't exactly tell where to go at times, and that I mean I know that forced you to explore more, and I think that was kind of the point, but it was a little irksome at times when you were trying to hunt down like collectibles and to finish off trophies and checklists and whatnot in your journal. But the narrative was awesome. The graphics were breathtaking. The boss fights are pretty fun for the most part. Some of the reskins are okay. And yeah, it's funny. The travelers, they're almost like Dark Souls like enemies in this game, where if you go in unprepared, you're gonna get utterly wrecked. But yeah, this game had a lot of heart. It had beautiful craftsmanship, really fun combat, a great story. I had a blast playing it. I'm excited to see where they take the rest of the series. And yeah, so please like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next and if you enjoyed this at all. Also, link down in the description below so you can come back and watch this original version of it. Give them a like, subscribe, a view, all that stuff. And yeah, it was wonderful. All right, you guys have a good day.